Access Bank, GTB, UBA, Zenith Bank, others remove over 100 billion naira from customers' account for government. I think this in connection with so-called VAT in banking transactions. How can you be transacting and collecting VAT and collecting money from you? I don't understand how this government will collect, and they can't give back to the society. All the tax they're collecting, only God knows what they're doing with it. Now, you can imagine a whole over 100 billion naira collected from customers and remitted to the government. I wonder what this government will do with it. New data has revealed that financial institutions paid the federal government over 100 billion naira in value-added tax, that's VAT. The payments were made by commercial banks and insurance firms. Banks are expected to debit the account of the customers, the customer accordingly with the cost of the service plus 5% VAT charged. Oh boy. Nigerian financial institutions, including banks and other financial institutions, remitted 156.94 billion naira value-added tax to the federal government's account. The amount represents a significant increase of 136.63% when compared to the 78.77 billion naira VAT remitted in the same period of 2022. This one is something else. So Nigerian banks pay more taxes. The figure was captured in the latest sectorial distribution of value-added tax report published by the National Bureau of Statistics, supplied by the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS). So the value-added tax cap V1 LFN 2004, as amended, imposed a tax known as value-added tax on taxable goods and services at the rate of 7.5%. So Part 2 of the first schedule to the Act only exempts services rendered by community banks, people banks, and mortgage institutions from VAT. Accordingly, all banks and financial institutions, except those exempted, are required to charge VAT on services rendered to their customers and account for the same to the federal government Inland Revenue Service. So, Henzo Daily NG analysis showed that in the first quarter of 2023, January to March, a total of 35.40 billion naira was removed from customers' accounts and remitted to the government. This is an increase from 29.27 billion naira in the first quarter of 2022, the same period. Now, in the second quarter of 2023, it increased to 57.26 billion naira from 22.342 billion naira in the corresponding period of 2022. So the increase continued in the third quarter to 64.27 billion naira, an improvement from 27.16 billion naira in quarter 3 of 2022. Wow. Nah, man. So federal government altogether rakes in 2 trillion naira in taxes from Facebook, Twitter, Netflix, other foreign companies. So what we're seeing here shows that federal government is still collecting from people. You pay tax from work, you pay tax from goods and services, you pay tax from everything you do, but what does the government give back to the people? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. How are we going to continue like this? What kind of government is this? People are already reacting to this statement, to this report, on this issue of withdrawing over 100 billion naira from bank customers and paid to the government. Somebody is saying, yet the government is continually borrowing and advising the populace to endure for a better tomorrow that never comes, while then their families and cronies are living a very big high life. They loot everything and starch abroad to the detriment of the masses. World Bank will pretend not to know and be advising for policies that will suffer the masses more. Until the masses take their destinies in their hands, the suffering continues. And that is true. That is absolutely true. I agree with that, 100% correct. Until the masses take their destinies in their hands, where we will not know comfort in this God-forsaken country as well. That useless people, I tell you, this is just the beginning for people that supported this evil government. Now somebody say not everyone voted for them, oh, they rigged themselves in, and that is true. Not everyone voted for them. They rigged themselves into office, and we can testify of that, having seen the way the election went in 2023. They rigged themselves. They used the judiciary, they used the INEC, they used the security agencies, and everything to their own advantage. Okay, everything about Nigeria is hardship, and that is true. Double taxation is smelling in Nigeria. It's already there. Double taxation is already there now. You pay tax on everything you do. You still pay in bank activities. The truth of the matter is that they don't do anything with the money. They will still steal it and tell you to bear and tell you to hold on for a better tomorrow. Yeah? Some say these guys don't understand what they are commenting. No wonder the banks will deduct monies from the sender and at the same time deduct monies from the receiver. Gone are the days gone are the days when you have savings account and you are paid some dividends at the end of the year. Today the reversal is the case, where your monies are removed from your account without any reasonable reason, and that is true. Nigerian banks are notorious in robbing Nigerians poor masses of their hard-earned earnings. They have advanced in robbing depositors. Every time they remove 200 naira from my account, Access Bank robs me more than 1,000 naira in a month. They removed my money without any cost attached. I am tired of them. This one is what complain everywhere. Nigerian government is just robbing people, I'm telling you. And they're stealing what they're collecting from people. They're not even using it to do anything. We talk about Yahoo scammers, kidnapping and fraud, etc. Not knowing the goat you bought is the one eating your clothes. That is what you know. The government is actually, they are more than scammers, I tell you. All these politicians are more than Yahoo boys. In fact, they are more than Yahoo plus. I'm telling you the truth. As I always say, you're not going better for bad government too. This is bad. What have we benefited from the government to deserve these deductions from us, only to spend it on themselves, living in a profligacy? Imagine 61st birthday of Senate President celebrated in splendor with billions of people's money. Also politicians and senior government officials. We cannot continue like this. So if the country is to make progress, the country is not ready to make progress. So let's forget about that. That is the truth. The country is obviously not ready to make progress. So we don't have to see it like they are ready to make progress. No way. They're not making progress. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. This is the report that is coming on how government and the banks are taxing the customers.